And so here's what he says in the passage. He says in verse 20, and let us consider how to what? Let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good deeds. Depending on the translation you're reading, different translations will read that slightly differently. One uses the term spur on. The idea of that is to encourage one another to good deeds and to love. The only other time that you see the word, the Greek word that is used there, the only other time you see that is in Acts chapter 15, verse 39. This is when Paul and Barnabas have such a sharp disagreement that they separate from each other in their missionary work. Strong's Concordance defines this term or this word, incitement to good, or dispute in anger, contention. The point here being that spurring someone towards love and good deed is not a passive action. It's not something that you do just happenstance. It is an intentional, passionate, and purposeful action. In other words, what this encouragement to us when he says, don't forsake the assembling together of yourselves, is what he leads out with is that we are responsible to spur on, to stir up. We are responsible to get under the skin, even if it's with a little bit of contention, and say, you're not acting right. You need to step up. That's the scripture. Why is that? It's because when we are all alone and by ourselves, who else has a tendency to get slack? Come on. Everybody in here has a tendency to get slack in our responsibilities, and there is a benefit when there are other people that you are doing life with, because they can help pull you back in line, they can spur you on, they can stir you up, and that's the encouragement and intent here. What he says is, let us consider, let us think about, let us ponder how we may stir one another on to doing love, living in love, and doing good deeds.